Okay, let's go.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Snaggin Night Live. It is Thursday, March 27th. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Tonight's show is going to be a fishing show, and joining us on that show is going to be Pontoon Jodi with Kool Cats James, and we got Austin from Fishing Fever, of course. We are live. Hope everybody's had a wonderful week so far. It's been a busy week for me, so that's been good. Had a little bit of dental fun, but we're working through that.
Yeah, I got some of that coming up myself.
I was eating a piece of candy at work on Monday, and the crown on my left side of my lower left side came out.
Yikes.
Was it a milk dud or a sugar baby?
It was not. It was a gusher.
Oh.
But I went to the dentist today, and they told me that there's not enough tooth base left on the inside of my tooth, so they're gonna have to figure it out. They may have to do a root canal next week, but she doesn't anticipate having to do that. But she has to create a new crown that goes a little deeper on the root or on the tooth itself.
That's bad.
Well, it's bad for the
expensive.
It's bad for the pocketbook. That is correct.
Yeah.
Crowns are not cheap.
I had a toothache for 2 weeks. That cold I had, all that head congestion, somehow gave me a toothache and abscess, and finally getting over that too.
Yeah, I've had one of those before. That's no fun.
Yeah.
Well, let me say hello to a few people that are in chat so far. We got Mike Sampy. Sampy's always in one of the first people we have saying Team Snaggin Whiskers. Saying hello to Dustin and Austin. We got Wannabe Outdoors saying y'all can start as early as you want. The BS isn't live. Yeah, I was aware of that, but I was waiting on these two folks. I knew they were coming up tonight. And I didn't want to rush anybody, so we started our normal time, 9 o'clock on the dot. And so there's Burrito, Catfishing Lady Lisa. What is up? Thank you for coming in. Saying, oh, hey, Austin. Rebel River Cats, Whisker Warrior Rebel River Cats, Doug Tally saying hello, everyone.
What's up, Doug?
Hope you had a fun time on the tournament this last weekend. I know I did. I was trying my best to beat Austin, but I just couldn't do it.
I thought you were gonna.
Well, the fact that I only fished 2 out of the 6 hours.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But no, you had a great day. So
considering I had 1 gizzard shad, 1 hickory shad, and 1 white perch, I think, for bait, something like that. But I had very little bait. Had to make it last.
Yeah. There's Fields to Water now saying at 9 o'clock, why aren't you all live yet? We were waiting on permission, Chad. You know, we always wait to get your permission before we go live on Thursday nights, you know, out of respect.
I don't know why.
We don't. There's V. That plaque right there, V made. How you doing, V? Thanks for coming in.
Hey.
Wannabe Outdoors saying Shadwick us. Did you not go live? I didn't get the memo. Yeah, they posted. I checked their posts on on YouTube. They posted Miss D had some surgery, so Chad's doing the husbandly duties and taking care of his wife. So nothing but respect. Excuse me. So that's why there was no bait shop tonight. But that's okay. There's Charles Breckenridge saying hello, everyone. I'll be out there tomorrow enjoying the beautiful day. I wish I was off tomorrow so I could go fishing. I might be going live on Saturday. I got to change the oil on my boat, and then I'm going to take the boat out and probably do some fishing on Saturday. We'll see. There's Lisa saying, Jodi Pete.
Hey, Lisa.
Charles Breckenridge saying, I've had root canal operations. I absolutely hate it, especially the shots they give you. The shots are the worst part of it, of course. But the part that sucks is the last time I had a root not a root canal, but a crown put on, they couldn't get me numb on my right side, so they actually had to drill down into my tooth and numb it inside down in the roots. That hurt.
Yeah, screw that.
They give me Valiums when I go.
I ain't doing that. Put me under.
Yeah, I wish.
They won't put you under to fix them.
Yeah, they will.
I ain't found a dentist around where I live that'll put you under like that.
They do
There's-
sedation dentistry.
Almost under.
You got to go to a sedation dentist.
Oh, really? I didn't know there's such a thing.
There is.
Not all dentist offices do sedation dentistry, but like
Ooh.
that's the only way I'll do any of that because I can't handle it. I don't want any parts of it. So I got an appointment coming up that I got to get some work done, and there's no way that I couldn't do it with at least some laughing gas.
I take double
Without.
extra. And I wear earplugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel so bad.
All that drilling noise that you're sitting there having to hear for your appointment time.
Yeah, I feel bad for my daughter because she's a redhead, and it's actually a scientific fact that the laughing gas that they give you that's supposed to calm you down actually has the opposite effect on redheads.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
So it amped her up and made her more anxious, which doesn't work really well when you're in a dentist chair.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
So there's let's see, Jeff Beals in the house saying hello, Dustin, Austin, and Jodi.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
We got Cool Cats James on the boat in here too.
Hey.
Appreciate you being Jodi's chauffeur tonight. Hope you got your trolling motor fixed.
Yeah, I think it's fixed. It's working, so
Excellent.
I think I got it.
There's Greg Burgess saying, Dustin and Austin, my brothers, good to see you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Greg, hope you and your wife are doing well. Let's see. Rowdy Royal. So good evening, everyone.
Hey,
Well, hopefully one of these two folks will put some fish in their boat.
I caught one right before the live stream.
Of course you did.
Yep. It was only
It's
like
not around that.
10 times.
Hey, a fish is a fish when you're fishing live.
Yeah, I wasn't live though.
I know.
I throwed my cast net and caught a fishing rod.
Fishing? Was it a good fishing rod?
The Shakespeare.
Oh, a Walmart rod. Gotcha.
Yeah. And when I was skipjacking
Yeah.
Monday, I caught a fishing rod then too.
Good gracious.
Yeah.
How-
And
how
it was
are-
Shakespeare.
How are people losing fishing rods? Or are they just getting mad and throwing them in the water?
They was around dock, so I figured they had laid down and the brim pulled it off or something.
Oh. Gotcha.
I've lost a couple fishing rods. One of them, I was a little kid, and I think I was just goofing off, and it fell over the boat. And then, but the last fishing rod that I lost was I was fishing for bait, and I was at this little pond. I was in my old boat though, and horsefly the size of my thumb, like a Clydesdale fly, landed on my arm. And I had the fishing rod in my right hand. It landed on my left arm. I let go of the fishing rod to smack the horsefly, and the fishing rod fell right into the pond. And I never did get it back.
Wow.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Sacrifice had to be made.
yeah, that was I wasn't a bluegill was not worth the bite from that freaking
No.
mammoth. It's a
Yeah.
Clydesdale fly.
Clydesdale fly. That's funny.
If you know, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
The one time that I lost a rod, everybody hopefully seen that video.
Um,
Sean and I driving down the James River, and top of the tote flies off and lands, like hits the rod butt perfectly, pops it right out of the rod holder.
Yep.
Let's see. There's Butterflies and Sunshine saying hello to everybody. How you doing, Miss Butterflies?
oh,
Hello, Linda.
Thanks for coming in, Linda. Hope you had a fantastic week. Let's see. Charles Breckenridge said, I'm running on only 2 hours of sleep, so I'm going to bed. I thought I'd just stop by to say hello. Well, thanks, Charles. We appreciate that.
Well, hi and bye, Charles.
hope you get some rest. There's John Boy's Catfishing saying hello, everybody. I gotta highlight this. There's Mrs. Fever saying Austin's a big old baby.
Yep, I am. I would rather break a finger than get a shot at the dentist. I think I really would.
Wow.
I'd rather if the dentist said, "We'll break one of your fingers and you'd feel no pain," as long as it costs less than the sedation, I think I would do it.
Wow.
have you ever
I
had
could
shots in your joints?
Well, I'm one of those people that has that like overwhelming, irrational, illogical fear of hypodermic needles, and I just can't get over it. I just can't. I've had too many bad experiences with IVs and a dentist. One time I went to the dentist and they were going to fill a cavity, and he had the drill or whatever, and I was like, wait a minute, aren't you going to numb the dang tooth or something? He said, do you want that? I said, well, yeah, I want that. And then he said, and so he got the needle, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Aren't you going to put some of that like gel crap on there so I don't feel the needle? And he was like, well, I don't really like to use that stuff. I said, get me out of this daggone chair. You're a quack. I'm never coming back here ever again. You don't decide whether or not you use the gel. It's my mouth. What's wrong with you?
You know what? I couldn't imagine him getting ingrown toenail cut out then.
No.
I've done it. I used to get ingrown toenails real bad as a kid, and I've had both of my big toes, the toenails on both sides, cauterized so that it doesn't ever grow back. But I had to get I had to get a digital block in both big toes for that. And I was a kid. That about killed me.
You got the shots in there, your toe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those lidocaine the digital blocks that they did, man, those things, man, that hurts.
Yeah.
Let me get through rest of chat real quick. Some way behind. Let's see. Rowdy Royal, how you doing? He said better than a numbing hammer.
I guess. Yeah.
Let's see. Miss Linda says Austin looks a little chilly out there.
The temperature dropped like a rock when the sun went.
I tell you what, Mother Nature needs to get over whatever issue she's having, because she was fine for about a week and a half. Now all of a sudden it's cold again. What in the world?
She's probably pregnant. That's been my experience.
There's Ed Jenkins saying evening, folks. Miss Burrito Catfishing Lady said, Mrs. Fever, I'm a baby too. Ask Randy.
I'm a big baby.
That's right. Want to be outdoors, said Ed. Hope the moving is going smoothly, as do I. I know that's a big move. Let's see. John Boy's catfishing saying hello. Jimmy James Bailey catfishing. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you coming in. Say hello, Fishing Fever.
What's up, buddy?
Ed Jenkins said the moving's going slow, but it's going. Understand that. I hate moving. I hate moving and painting. Two of the things
Painting isn't bad. It's moving all the furniture and crap and all the taping. That's what I can't see.
Yeah.
What around the boat?
But the painting part isn't too bad for me. It's all the crap that you don't think about.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll move all my furniture. I'll tape the walls if you want to come over and paint.
Okay.
I'll feed you.
I'll take that trade.
Let's see. David Bass Boat Hughes said, "Good evening, Dustin and Austin, and James and Jody."
Hey, David.
David.
Appreciate you coming in. Fishing and cooking with Mike Chavez, and howdy, hi there, friends and neighbors. Taste. What's going on, Mr. Mike?
What's up, Mike?
Hope Miss Sharon is doing well. Hope you were doing well as well. There's a lot of wells in that sentence.
Yes. I hope so too. I watched the Mike Chavez video just the other day and then forgot to comment on it like a blooper. But I can't even remember what was it. It's gonna make me sound like a liar, but I promise I watched it. I can't remember what it was. It looked really good though. Whatever it was, I'm sure I got really hungry after.
There's Catfish Dog saying, "Evening, everybody."
What's up, Tim?
How you doing, Tim? Let's see. Randy, old gray-haired Swain, saying, "Was watching on TV and forgot I needed to hit that thumbs up on here too." Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. Catfish Dog, Ed Jenkins, Randy, Lisa, Linda, Mike. Mrs. Stever said, "Austin can't even watch medical shows on TV. He almost passed out helping me wrap up my IV in the hospital one time. Next kids, I asked the nurse to help me."
That's true. That's true. That is very true.
I'll tell you, during my mother-in-law, you got a fish, Jody?
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna get some bait.
Oh, when my daughter or my wife was in labor with my daughter, my mother-in-law was in there with us when my wife was getting the epidural, and my mother-in-law has been in the medical field for like 40 years. She deals with she's retired now, but she used to deal with heart scans and stuff. I swear when they put that needle in my wife's back, my mother-in-law turned pale white and I thought she was going to pass out.
Is it your wife?
Yeah,
did too?
that probably. They won't even let the husbands stay in the room for an epidural anymore.
Really?
It's not even an option anymore. I told him, I said, you didn't have to tell me twice. I wasn't going to stay in here.
Wow.
She's in the hands of professionals. I'll be in here when everything has calmed down. And then they told me, I can't even remember which baby this was. I think it was my second one. But they said, you can't be in here for the epidural. I said, all right, no problem. Didn't have to tell me twice. They said, why don't you go downstairs, get you some lunch? And when you come back, we'll be all done.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. I went down to the cafeteria, and you would think hospital food wouldn't be all that great. But I tell you what, this hospital, their food ain't too bad. They had General Chow's shrimp on the buffet. And I said, I've never had General Chow's shrimp. Let's try that. It was outstanding.
I was slipping through the net, they're too small.
Yeah.
I got a plate of it and brought it up to the room, and I'm standing outside the room, kind of picking at it or whatever. And the doctor comes out and he's like, "What are you doing out here?" I said, "I'm eating." They told me I couldn't stay in the room, and he says, "You better get in there. We're about to have a baby. Like, it happened quick." And I said, "Well, dang, okay." So I went into the room, and I didn't want that food to go to waste, so I'm still eating the food. And my wife she's laying there, and I'm over there like, "You want to try a piece of this? You want to try it?" She's like, "Get that out of my face!" I was over there eating it. I said, "This is so good. I can't waste this."
Oh, real quick, Mike Chavez said that a catfish broke Lori's hand. Lori the Explorer.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Or Lori Ann. I'm guessing that's who that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he said. I was trying to find anything on Facebook, but I
Mine
couldn't
bit
find
down on
anything.
her. I've had them bruise mine biting me. Hold that one. I'm trying to see if I can get some here. I see them.
There's Jerry Hagar, 419, fishing in Powder Coat, and say, "Good evening, all from Nebraska." Well, thanks, Jerry, for coming in. Appreciate you.
They must be too little for the net because I was on them. I didn't get any.
Randy's telling Austin, "Come on, just tell yourself you're an adult and it ain't going to hurt that much. Suck it up."
Who said that?
Randy.
Shut up.
No, I didn't see if it was a tied to your hand.
I'd rather. There's a whole list of things I'd rather do. But no.
Jody just
Everyone is
Jody
entitled to one fear, and that's mine.
Jody just threw my net and didn't have the rope wrapped around her hand.
I reached down and got it.
Sean did the same thing and threw the whole thing in the river, and there it went.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, Greg Burgess said it's going to be in the 80s all week. Yeah, rub it in, Greg.
Rub it in. I think this weekend's supposed to be nice.
It is.
And I mean,
70s.
today was nice. It's just temperatures are still getting kind of chilly at night. Probably.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So Lori Ann is at VCU Health Community Memorial Hospital. The pic on the left is my sheer joy of catching this 37-pound catfish and was taken right before he broke my hand. A boxer fracture. Dude kicked my butt with a death roll.
I was about to say, I guess it rolled.
I
Ouch.
think it bit down on her.
And did the death roll.
It did, and then it rolled.
Okay.
Good gracious. Sounds painful.
Yeah, that sucks.
There's Dale Hayslip. Welcome in, brother. How you doing?
Okay.
What's up, Dale?
Dale says, "I hate doing everything but hunting and fishing."
Yeah.
They got the whole thing on video?
I don't know. She just posted on Facebook. Thank you, Mike, for commenting on that. Put my name in there, tagging me on that. Appreciate it. There's Curry's Outdoors saying hello, Dustin, Austin, and Jody.
Hello. Come on, fish.
Kevin Hendrickson says, "Hey, everyone."
Hello, Governor.
What's up?
Governor. There's Mullet Man number 7. How you doing, man?
You know what, man.
What's up, Mullet Man?
There's Mark from Catfish and Crappie saying, "Hey, Dustin, Austin, and Jody."
James is here too.
What's up?
Yeah. Mark's actually in a little early tonight. Usually he doesn't come in until about 10 till 10. Wannabe said, "Just have them give you the sucker and the sticker before you get your shot. That way you're distracted."
100%. 100%. I got too many bad stories, but I had to get an MRI for my heart one time, and they wanted to give me an IV so that they could put a contrast fluid into my bloodstream so they could see how it was flowing through my heart and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Well, I'm already afraid of hospital needles as is. And I'm sitting in the nurse says, all right, come with me. I'll give you the IV. I said, okay. She opens the door and it's this little room. And she says, sit right here. And I mean, it's little, like 4x4. It's tiny. And she's like, I don't usually give IVs in this room, but we got so many people in here. This is the only place I can get some privacy. I was like, are we in a freaking janitor's closet right now? Like, don't. I'm scared of what you're about to do on a good day, and you're sitting here telling me that you're in a awkward position and somewhere where you're not used to. Like, you're not helping the situation. And then she's digging around, and it's horrible. And then finally she gets it, and then I'm laying there in the MRI or whatever, and they're like, all right, we're gonna slide you in or whatever. And then I go in, and then all of a sudden my left arm just starts killing me. It's hurting like crazy. But I didn't know what the contrast was supposed to feel like. So I was just kind of grinning and bearing it. And then they yanked me out of the MRI. And they're like, well, why didn't you tell us that it hurt? And I was like, well, you didn't tell me it wasn't supposed to hurt. And then, and then what happened was the vein blew, and all that contrast went into my muscle tissue. So I had a left arm that looked like I'd been lifting weights with just my left arm for like the last decade. My left arm was massive. And they said, well, let's try again in the right arm. And I said, heck no. I said, I'm making reschedule. I'm going home. Y'all done ruined me today.
Yeah. So when I had my, I think I went to the emergency room for the second time after my embolism because I was still real anxious about any kind of chest pain I had or whatever. And they same thing. They had to do a CT scan to check my heart and lungs, and they tried to give me an IV and I couldn't get it. It took me back to the CT area, and the lady's like, all right, let me try this. The same thing. She put the IV in, and they left the room, and they started the IV, and my elbow started hurting like crazy, and I was screaming at them. They ran in there, shut the IV off, pulled it out. So, yep, the vein blew. So then they had to take me back to my room, and they had to use a little tool, like a little X-ray thing, and they had to go in one of the veins deeper in my arm. So they had to stick a longer needle in there down into a vein to give me an IV.
I'm about to pass out right here on the boat.
You want to know how to make the MRI versus med?
Put that out.
Fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because they have to restart because your body shifts and you breathe different. And it messes it up because you wasn't still.
There's Lisa saying, FYI, it's 9:24 at the time of this comment. It's 9:28. I'm only 4 minutes behind, Lisa. Give me a break. You be catfishing. Paul Boyd, what's going on?
The best thing that Chatt can do to mess with Justin is start typing in like one word messages. And it just increases the amount of messages tenfold. And
Thanks, Austin.
I did that one time and it worked splendidly.
Let's see. Paul Boyd, crappy day, Darren. What's going on? Let's see.
Darren?
What's that?
So what's up, Darren?
Oh. Sound like you said pick up current.
No, I got plenty of that. Thanks.
Like are you tied to the bank or are you actually out in the water?
I'm in the water.
Gotcha.
I'm up by the bridges.
Okay.
I wanted to see if there was anything up here on a night bite, but It's definitely not crazy.
Randy's in chat saying, "Hey, burrito," and then Lisa's like, "Randy, you're so funny. You're sitting right here beside me." David Bassboat Hughes said, "Dang, Austin, you just have bad luck."
I got a lot of that.
If there
Got a
was
lot
such
of current. Got a lot of bad luck.
if there was such thing as bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all, right?
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. You did have some good luck in your life. You did meet me. That's pretty
I
good
do. Yes, I do have plenty of good luck.
luck.
I do have plenty of that. You're right.
Wow. Go ahead.
I just said you're right.
Matt Want to Be Outdoors said, "Be happy they didn't go in your neck. I've had that done a few times. I can't imagine a vein blowing in your neck." Doug Tellie saying, "Please change the subject."
Yeah, I was about to say we're gonna have to change the subject.
Sorry, Doug. That was at 9:29, so that was 3 minutes ago. He said that.
Getting weak in the knees over here.
Let's see.
Tore
Hey,
up my gill net,
look at that.
tore up my cast net. My freaking context light isn't responding to the remote.
Oh,
Gosh dang it.
so Lisa said that's a good idea.
Hey,
That-
Doug said he thought he saw someone down there when he passed over the bridge. I heard a truck honk. It must have been him.
Joe, did you get anything in the net?
No, it was too little. They went through the net.
Oh, Redfin.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I see them as it's falling through. You know, you can see them flash, but
Yep.
I pulled it up. There wasn't none in it. It's just too little.
Well, hey there, Guerrero Bagre. What's going on? Said Dustin Austin, Jody.
Hey, girl.
Guerrero Bagre.
I said that forever. Girl. We're gonna move spots. I'm
Okay.
gonna mute.
All right, I'll be here. I know Austin told you, gave you the idea to type one word at a time, but you didn't have to listen, Lisa. Gregory Lemon, what's going on, buddy? Said any fish yet? Not yet. Not on the stream. Not live. No. Austin did catch a fish before he went live, but I'm sure some of you got. They got 30 minutes. They'll catch one. Appreciate y'all coming in tonight. Hope everybody's had a fantastic week and looking forward to a nice, beautiful weekend. Like I said, I'm going to try to get out and do a live on Saturday. I'm going to try. I got to change the oil in my motor first, which means I have to go get the boat and bring it back to my house. So hopefully everything works out. I can get that done. I know Lisa said she didn't have to, but she chose to listen to Austin. Let's see. Randy said we have gizzard, shad, crappie, bluegill, white bass, sucker for bait this weekend so far. Going out tomorrow for whatever was chasing bait out of the mouth of the creek tonight. There you go. Gregory, is your dad going live tomorrow morning? Curry's Outdoors wants to know what gear you're using, Austin.
F.O.A. Customs and gear. So, like, I just reeled this one in to freshen up some baits, but this is one of the rigs that I like to tie from F.O.A. with a Nina Ninja float, and then I got beads in between them, and then I put that heat shrink, which you can also buy on the website, and then a 10-aught get 'em hook, and I use the rattle and the float so I got extra flotation and a little bit of rattle because I'm using pretty decent sized baits. And then of course, a 3-way swivel with a clip, and that's a what do I got? That's a 12-ounce weight on that one, and that is a 5-foot F.O.A rod with a Okuma 203D reel, and then I'm using a 80-pound braid.
Did you go to braid on all your lines or on all your rods or just a few?
I would have gone on all of them, but I ran out.
Yeah.
But that's what I used on Saturday up here. My hookup ratio is going up drastically since I went back to braid.
Gotcha.
I go through phases. I'll do braid for a while, and then I'll do monos for a while. Whatever.
And if anybody's interested in going to F.O.A Customs and Gear, you can use code FEVER10, save yourself 10%. You can also use code TSW10. There's a couple other ones out there, but those are the two main ones you can use. Mark said, braid. I knew I liked Austin for a reason.
Who said that?
Catfish and crappie.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look who it is. Bubbles decided to show his face around. Whisker Warrior Bubbles. Yo-yo, fart sniffers, and bedwetters. What's up, Brian?
Brian?
Brian in here projecting again. James and Jodi are moving locations, trying to find the fish. Austin sticking it out, just changing his bait. Yeah, so Saturday, for the tournament. First off, congratulations to all the anglers. I think there was, out of the 21 anglers, I think there was only 3 that didn't catch fish. Unfortunately, there were people that didn't catch fish, but it was windy. So I think the wind affected almost everybody that day. Luckily I was able to hook into 3 fish, not very big. The first 2 weren't very big. The second one was a 34-pounder. So
that was a good one.
That was a good one. I was dragging baits until the wind picked up, but I was dragging baits probably the first 45 minutes before my first snafu came into play. The wind kind of blew me around, and So the first time I got snagged up, 2 of my rods got snagged up, and I was trying to use my trolling motor to get me around so I could get unsnagged. And eventually, I got 4 out of the 6 rods out of the water, and I ended up getting my one of them broke off, but then it was wrapped around one of the other ones that I ended up getting unhooked, and so I didn't lose any gear that time, but I did get some of my main line wrapped up in the propeller of my trolling motor, so I spent probably about 20 minutes getting that undone. What's up, Fresno?
Fresno
on the house. Burrito Lisa says, Austin, does the bishop know you're out fishing?
The what? The bishop?
The bishop. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they know.
Okay.
They know.
Gregory said, I think my dad is going live. I'm not sure because he hasn't put up anything to notify YouTube yet. That's why. Okay. Well, I have to work in the morning. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch if he does, but I'll try to pop it on my phone. Sampy saying here, kitty, 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 kitty. But so I had been fishing. I caught one small fish. No, the first one was an 8-pounder I caught before I got my line wrapped up in my trolling motor propeller. I got that all undone. Got my snags, got all my gear back. Went to another location until I drift into the wind, and caught. I was actually one of my planer boards was acting a little funny, so I thought I thought it had popped and went down to the hook. So I did reeled it in. I was gonna I was just gonna reset it, and when I got the planer board up to the boat, and I looked, and there was a small 1.5-pound fish on my hook. So
there you go.
That was number 2. Hey, there's Mr. Duggar Fishin. What's going on, Mr. Duggar? Saying greetings, Earthlings.
What's
up? So I got all that taken care of, and then so as I was dragging the spot again, and that's when my my outside 5-foot F.O.A. rod went started peeling drag. So I was able to get the 35 in, but I totally forgot to shut my trolling motor off, and the wind was blowing, so it actually blew me into a circle, and the front of my boat went right over top of my two lines. I had planer boards on them. And I said, forget about it. I shut my trolling motor off, and the wind, as I got that big fish in, that was hectic trying to get that big fish in too by myself. And I finally got it in, got it weighed, got it back in the water. And at that point, I found that the line had been wrapped. My fishing line for 3 rods was wrapped. Some was wrapped up in my main motor prop, and some was wrapped up in my trolling motor prop. So that took me about 45 minutes. The wind ended up blowing me onto the rocks, the beach area to the far side of where I was at. So I spent probably 30 minutes there getting all that done. And by that time, it was like 11 o'clock, and the wind had picked up. And so part of my plan was I was going to drag until the wind picked up, and then I was going to go anchor. Well, I went out of the area where I was at and back out onto the main channel, and I started scanning up and down the river, the bank, and because my thought was they were going to be shallow since the sun had been out, and I could not mark anything. Like, I was not marking, maybe one fish here and there, but nothing that was going to tell me I need to stop and fish this spot. So I scanned up one side. I went down a little bit on the other side, went all the way back up towards 295. I got nothing. And then at one point, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to anchor here. So I got into position. I pulled my anchor out and realized that I didn't have any zip ties. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll just go drag the loop. Well, I was trying to get out of the wind, which ended up not happening. So I'm like, you know what? I'll go on the other side of the loop. I'll drag into the wind. Of course, the wind was coming up that side too. So I ended up, Bobcat suggested, here's a tip too. If anybody ever has those zip tie or the anchors where you have the chain is at the top of the anchor, like the Never Lost, and you have zip ties to tie the chain down to the bottom part of the anchor. If you don't have zip ties, you can always use leader line. Wrap it around twice and tie it off. Which that was what Bobcat recommended. So I did that. But the wind gusts were like 20, 25, 30 miles an hour. And every time a gust of wind would come up, I would move 5 or 10 feet, and I'd have to reel my lines in. And then I got to a point where I just got so frustrated because I only had one rod at that point. It was 2 o'clock. So I'm like, you know what? Just forget it. So about 2:15, 2:20, I was right at the dock anyway. So I wouldn't spent 20 minutes trying to get my boat at the dock because the wind was blowing so hard. But yeah, so I only, out of the 6-hour tournament, I think I only fished about 2 hours of it.
That wind was brutal that day. I just got lucky up here because the wind was going with the current up here. So I was kind of forced to fish this area if I wanted to not have, an absolute pain in the butt day. But it ended up working out.
I think if I could have figured out how to by myself continue to drag the area that I was dragging, I probably would have been okay. But the fact that I'd already wrapped line in my prop twice, it just wasn't worth it for me.
Dragon bait's a heavy wind. It can be such a, I mean, it can make for a real pain in the butt.
Yep. Well, there's JG Hill Studio. What's up?
No matter how many people are on the boat.
That is true. It does make it easier if I was able to drive the boat and then somebody else was dealing with the lines and stuff. But
yeah.
I did at one point have a beautiful spread with my F.O.A planer boards out, my F.O.A, my effing rods right behind me. It was a beautiful spread until the wind would come up and blow me sideways.
Yep.
Well, there's JG Hill Studio saying, "Dang, Dustin, the wind will mess you up sometimes." Yes, it will. There's Benoit Fishing Outdoors. Evening, ladies.
Hey, Benoit.
Saying hello to myself, Austin, and Jody. James is out here chauffeuring Jody around out there on the water tonight. Yeah, Matt said, so you had a typical day on the water, Dustin. Sounds like my luck from the bank.
I ended up getting 2 flatheads on Saturday.
Nice. Did you end up staying up below the bridge?
Yeah.
Up under the bridge, I meant.
Yeah, I mean, the first spot that I fished was a little further downriver, and the wind was just kicking. And so I came up here towards the bridges. And, that's where I spent the rest of the tournament, I think.
Yeah. I will say too that the current was kicking down at that near that sheer cliff wall face right just past 295.
Yeah.
Right there at that wall face, it looked like there was a school of fish just constantly breaking the surface just because the current was flowing so fast.
Wow.
Yes, JG, the wind, fishing in the wind is rough all the time, not just sometimes, all the time.
Yep.
Yes, Brian, I know. I thought I totally forgot about the zip ties. I think the zip tie issue came up when Austin and I were out last time we fished on my boat. And I just forgot to grab some. So I'll have to go to the store and get some and put them on the boat. That way I don't have to worry about that again. Oh, yep. Doug Talley said the wind killed us down near City Point. I can imagine. It was bad where I was. You were just downriver from me.
Yeah, Doug was in some big water down there. So
yep.
I think he ended up finding a little hiding place to try to get out of the wind there towards the end. And I think that's when they finally got a fish in the boat when he could get out of that wind. But
yeah, Benoit Fishing said the wind whipped their butts today too.
Yeah. Don't take much.
I'm looking, Gregory. I think I read it. Yeah, you think your dad's going live, but you're not sure? Yes, sir. I did read that. Yeah, Doug said it definitely was. It was rough for sure. Wannabe said, Austin with the salt on Dustin's wound with 2 flatheads remark.
There's been a lot of flatheads caught up in this area lately. I've seen a lot of different pictures, and Dan from Goober Time, they've gotten on a pile of flatheads lately.
Yep. That's right. Tim said, at least the wind didn't mess up my hair. Not a hair out of place.
Mine either.
I don't know. I think I saw your beard like push back against your face.
Yeah. pointing sideways.
Yeah. Well, like I said, at least I caught that 34-pounder, and it. I was in the lead, or I was in the lead for Big Fish of the Year for about an hour until, of course, until Creo and Andrew decided they wanted to start fishing at like 1 o'clock and pulled in like a 60-some pounder.
Yeah, yeah. When you caught that, I was anchored up right over here. That's when I started reeling in lines. Like, all right, I gotta do something.
I can't have Dustin beat me.
I was really happy for you, but I was like, all right, Dustin's put the pressure on now. I gotta change something. When I came up here that Saturday during the tournament, I rolled up here at Dan from Goober Time. He had some clients, and he was like 2 pillars down. And I anchored up, and before I could get all the rods out, I had a fish on, and then Dan, he moved along. He went on downriver, and I didn't take his spot, but I moved a lot closer to where he was, and then that's pretty. I think I caught like 3 fish in that spot.
No, nice.
Which is this spot, actually. This is
Okay.
exactly where it was.
See, Randy said
But
Sunday. Oh, go ahead.
But I was just gonna say, I guess it's more of a day bite.
Yeah. Yep.
Once it warms up, once the nights stay warm, that'll change.
Yep.
The nighttime will be the time to be out here.
Yes, sir.
And I was looking, every year or whatever, like I go back and look at the different tournaments and my videos, and like, all right, what did I do last year? And then so yesterday I was looking at that, and it reminded me that it was like today or whatever. It was like within the week where you and I whooped everybody just about on that boat versus bank.
Oh yeah.
That was like right now.
Yep.
And so
yeah, we
I was
did
like,
we put a hurting on everybody that day.
Yeah, I think we had like 15 or 16 total fish, and we had just gotten over 200 pounds. So we had a busy day of fishing. That was a really good day. Really fun day. That was that day that the barge went by and we doubled up twice.
Yep.
Are you gonna sit this way?
That was the day we had that real true barge bite.
Yep.
Take them to what?
Show wins.
To what?
Till Dustin closes.
Oh, he's gonna end at 10?
Probably.
9 to 10?
He usually does.
That's fine, I'll go live.
That's the typical time of the show, but we can go a little bit longer tonight since y'all are fishing. If everybody else wants to stay in and watch.
All right, I think this is it.
Cast
Are
out?
we still moving?
I can't tell.
I don't think so. I think we're good.
How late do you plan on staying out there, Austin?
I don't know. I was gonna ask you, like, how late are you willing to stay up?
I can stay to 11 if we still got people want to watch.
Jay said he would go live if you didn't want to stay up.
No, like I said, I can stay alive till 11.
Okay.
If people want to stay up and watch.
All right. Well, if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna reel everything up, and I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna go to some slightly deeper water. So I'm gonna make a run downriver, but it's gonna take me a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Now the boat's turning.
We got Randy old gray hair Swain saying Sunday when stand day ended, the wind went nuts. Couldn't anchor, couldn't spot lock, and spot lock was rocking me everywhere. So it was time to quit. Yep. When wind gets like that, I just call it a day.
A market fish so I want it to be in.
Benoit Fishing saying had to take the trolling motor out. We were struggling today. LOL, still working out some kinks on the 9.9. Now to get a new gas tank. It leaked about a gallon of gas in the back. Oh, gracious. Much of that smelled fantastic. Oh, you're getting a little choppy, Jodi. Yeah, you're a robot.
Getting choppy, James. I said you're a robot. Me.
You are. Yeah, I read your last comment, Gregory. I went back up and made sure. Guerrero Bagre said, I'm going to concentrate on my local flatheads this season. I caught a couple of six
I think it's going to be a good
pounders.
spot.
Lost a big one at the end of October. They're in our river, but not a great number, but have seen a pic of a big one and a video of a big one. Nice. Well, good luck with that. Hope you can catch a big one this year, Guerrero. Sorry, I got gum in. It's hard for me to roll my R's when I got gum in. Guerrero. Yeah, Rebel. I agree. I would have just as happily taken the 8 and the 1.5, 10 pounds of fish, but I just happened to luck under that 34 pounder. So I was happy to get a top 10 finish.
That was a really good fish, Dustin.
Thank you.
They said that my first thought was, man, I'm really proud of Dustin. And then my second thought was, I need to do some work.
That's it. I was in almost the exact same spot we caught that 63 in.
Yeah, I heard you say that. Brian had y'all's live pulled up, and I heard you say that. I was like,
Okay.
that I was really happy for you.
I appreciate that. I was happy to hear that you were catching fish too.
I just got completely lucky. Because I basically was just fishing where I was forced to fish, with the wind and everything. I didn't have a whole lot of choice in the matter. As well, if I wanted to have not a total pain in the butt time out here.
Right.
It all worked out though. I was really, really happy with the top 5.
Absolutely.
Especially with all the heavy hitters that have signed up this year.
I know. I was telling Sean about that. We've after the first tournament, we're ahead of Ray Ferguson. We're ahead of Lonnie and Donnie. We're ahead of some of the bigger names in the catfish industry. So,
yep. Yeah, you look at the the top 5 or what? When I looked at it, it was like okay, Creole, Bobcat, and Preciso Creole, then Catfish Clothing, then Fish and Fear. I was like, if you're gonna get beat by 3 people, that wasn't a bad.
I agree.
I couldn't. I had nothing to complain about.
We got Mike Chavez, and him and Sharon are going to stay and watch. Matt from Wannabe wants to know if you're using the bluegill stash there, James.
I'm putting my bluegill out suspended. 2 of them.
Hey, you want to put one on a float or no?
You want to? That's your specialty.
David Bassboat Hughes saying, sure, we will be watching. Awesome. Well, good. I'm glad we get everybody some entertainment for the season. JG Hill says, Jodi, get James to fire up that Starlink.
Get James a what?
Get James to fire up that Starlink.
He said fire up the Starlink.
Fire. Oh, why is it jumpy?
That's what JG said.
It's grainy.
Okay, hang on, I will.
I'm going to talk to you about bluegill here in a minute.
There you go. If you stream it, they will come. That's right. Lisa
All right,
said,
I'm a-
"Oh, y'all
I'm a
beat
mute.
Darrell. That's all that matters."
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm a mute while I make this run.
Okay. Yeah, I just hope. I hope the next couple of tournaments the wind is not a factor. I could deal with cold. I could deal with heat. I could deal with rain. The two things I won't deal with, or I don't like dealing with, are I don't like dealing with wind, and I won't deal with lightning. So, thank you, JG. Same old thing. I'm using my phone. Doug, I assume so. I'll ask him when he comes back up. Benoit Fishing said, been a rough, slow start so far. Been struggling with weather, working, and trying to make some good content. Can't wait till things pick up. I totally agree. I really do. Our channel is, we've only got one live a week right now, and that's this one. So I haven't been able to get out as much as I've wanted to. I worry about my boat. What's up, Mac? Mac Fishing
The
in the
hard
house.
fishing makes you appreciate the good days, though.
Absolutely.
And you learn a lot from the hard fishing.
Yes, you do.
Yep, you learn fishing sucks.
You learn how to overcome and adapt.
I learned how to whine and complain.
I already knew how to do that.
All right. Could you hear me good?
Oh yeah, your guys. Did you put the Starlink up?
Now I'm putting it up right now.
Oh, okay. Picture's better now.
Bluegill. You know, I've always liked catching catfish with live bluegill. 98% of my flatheads come off cut bait. And I'd put some out and they would just like strip the bait off if they hit it. Then I'd never catch the fish and the bluegill would be gone, right? You know, it'd be big thud and takedown. But I never hooked up. And I watch a bass channel when the bait shop's on. And they was talking about live bait. And when I'm bass fishing, I use live bluegill. And that's what I catch them on. And I'm thinking, now how come I can catch a bass with the little hook inside the bluegill's mouth and catch that bass, but I can't catch the catfish with that honking huge hook sticking out of it? Now what's the difference? You would think it'd be harder to hook a bass with a little bitty hook and a bluegill than it would a catfish with a big hook. But
Yeah.
it ain't for me.
Huh.
So I hooked them different tonight. I hooked them up to the front. I've hooked them all different kinds of ways. And we'll see if one hits it, if we catch it. Remember we had that tournament last year where you had to use live bait?
Yes.
I had one get hit and it ripped the bluegill off and they didn't hook up. I ended up skunking that one.
Gregory, I'm not seeing that the chat you're talking about. The last chat, Gregory, you put in here was the one about your dad's show. He might be going live, but you weren't sure because he hasn't posted anything. But other than that, I haven't seen anything else. You're telling me to read. I just don't see anything to read, buddy.
Software update.
Oh.
Brian B said, thanks for letting us know, Jody.
Know what?
About the bluegill.
No, I was just wondering if anybody had any advice for me.
I don't know if it would be considered advice. I mean, my experience, if I'm anchor fishing, or if I've got my line behind me, I'll hook the hook through the back.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm suspend drifting, I'm going to hook it through its lips.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know, that's kind of how I hook it when I'm catching a bass. Maybe I should do that when I'm trying to catch a catfish. Maybe hook up. instead of, on top behind its head or above its booty.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know what the number is, what the percentage. Hey, Joshua Parham, welcome in. Brian B said no one watches the Bash channel during the bait shop. Apparently, one person does.
And 100 people watches it.
Gregory, I'm not seeing what you're talking about, buddy. The last thing that I see from you says, read my text that is below JG Studio and above Burrito Catfishing Lady. But I don't see anything up there from you. Huh. And then it says, read this text, but I don't see any text, buddy. Anyway, but it's been my experience that I hope so. When a catfish takes a bluegill, he takes it head first. So I think you have a better chance of catching it if you have it hooked in the mouth because it goes deeper, and then it'll churn. I think
Okay.
I think it has a better chance of knocking, like pulling out of the back, if it takes it head first and the mouth hits the hook.
Yeah.
Knocking the hook out.
It just rips the hook through it, I think.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you'll pull a little bluegill up. It's all spiky and, you tell it's been hit hard.
Yep. Well, I did read in my research over the years, blue cats will kind of do a like a death hit. It'll hit it once to kill it, and then it'll come back for it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. A lot of times when I get hit and I don't hook up, I'll let it sit about 10, 15 minutes because they do come back and hit it again.
Yep.
And they, even your big fish do that. You'll just barely see it bump it a little. And like 10 minutes later, bam, we'll have a 50-pounder on.
Yep.
As soon as we see that happen, we were like, we need to watch that rod.
Absolutely.
It's not every time just a savage takedown. Sometimes they're tasting it.
Yep. I agree. Ben Watts said, hope we can get back on creek chubs. We always use them, except last year we had too bad of a drought, so all the spots were dried up. Well, hope you find them again this year.
James just got us on some kind of a point of a ledge.
The old creek channels down there.
The old Yee Creek channels.
Yep.
Old Yee Creek channels.
Yeah.
Greg Bird is saying he usually catches his blue cats on the third strike.
Really? Yep.
Or churns it into the gills, so it's double hooked. Oh yeah.
So you're gonna for one? You're gonna connect your phone to this, or you want to use my phone?
We can just phone.
I need a link for him.
Can you send James the link?
Yep.
Okay.
StreamYard made a new I guess they made a little update. They added a present or invite window.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that tonight because it's the first time I've been live for a week.
I was watching somebody, they was talking about it. I don't know if it was Hogleg and Troy. They'd noticed it and was checking it out. But seemed like somebody come up and gave him a picture to put up. And when he went to kick the picture off, it kicked that person off too.
Huh.
Yeah. So you might want to play around it a little bit first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
he
thank
kicked
you.
Bobcat off. That's what it was.
Huh. Well, thank you, Greg. Appreciate that. Hope everybody's enjoying the show tonight. I know I am. I love it when we have people out fishing. I like to be a little eclectic when we're having our shows, whether sometimes we have content where we're, trying to present some information or educational stuff. And then I'll also like nights where we can come up and do this kind of stuff where we have people out fishing. All right, Randy, you said early appointment tomorrow. Good luck, y'all. Thanks for coming in, Randy. Hope you good luck with your appointment. Hope you have a great weekend.
Did I catch a catfish last weekend or did it even go?
You caught a 41 pounder or something.
No, I only went skipjacking last weekend, I think.
Okay, I don't know.
That was the weekend before.
How come I can't find my Sterling password? I always put it right here. Let's see.
Guerrero Bagre said, I believe last year I used a couple of creek chubs that would have been state records for bait.
Yeah.
Hope you caught something on them.
I caught one that I looked it up and it wasn't, it was like 4 ounces from the state record. But I still thought that was pretty good. Just catch it in the creek at the house.
I don't know what my password is for Starlink.
It's Starlink.
Nope, I thought I knew it.
Oh, if anybody gets Starlink, James has a reference thing where
You get a month free and I get a month free.
Yeah.
Right.
And StreamYard's the same thing. You get like $10 off if you click it because somebody clicked my link. And it sent me a message saying I had a referral for I get $10 off.
All right, we're connected. There we go.
I totally meant to cancel my subscription for StreamYard because unless I'm hosting a tournament, which I don't see I'm going to be doing that unless somebody asks me this year. There's no point of having a availability for 10 spots. I rarely ever have 3 or 4 people up here. So
yeah, that's me. I don't even do 20 hours anymore. So I still have mine, but I don't need it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and cancel my subscription. I'll just take the free one and.
Mine's just 25, or I would have, got rid of it a long time. I don't know why everybody else's went up. Mine never has.
Huh.
Yeah,
mine went up to 40. Mine went up to $44.99.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Let me get.
I caught a big fish while you was gone.
Do what?
I caught a big fish while you was gone.
Did you?
Yeah, she fell asleep and started dreaming.
One of those.
He's a bluegill. I got out of the live well.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So, Austin, what you got for bait tonight?
I'm embarrassed, you'll say.
Okay.
Now, the bait situation was actually pretty horrible up here. And then after I tore up my nets and everything, the only thing I got for bait is a couple of small cats.
Oh.
Which I don't like. That's my least favorite type of bait. But I put in too much work to come up here and not fish. So
I hear you.
there's a plethora of small cats on this river. It's not a big deal. But
yeah. Red Rover wants to know how your boat's doing, Austin. How's the motor?
So I'm getting. I need to I need to get a little bit of money together, and then I'm gonna get a guy I know to look at it because I've exhausted all my resources, which is extremely frustrating because I never pay anybody to do nothing. And I might still not. But in the meantime, I got a tax return, and I went on I went on Amazon and bought a 12 horsepower hang kite from China. It's a 2-stroke, 12 horsepower hang kite, and I'm still in the break-in period. But this is gonna be my spare motor until I get the other one repaired. So,
Oh, how long did it take you to get that?
just a few days.
Really?
Yep, it was like $850.
I guess Amazon must have had it in the warehouse.
I guess so.
Well, I'm glad you got something out there.
Yep, it's doing a great job actually. I can't complain. It's a good spare one.
Well, you said it was a 12 horsepower, right?
Yeah,
Isn't your other one a 9.9?
yeah, but I don't think it's actually a 12.
Ah,
All it is a freaking Tohatsu 9.8. It's like the same motor as the Tohatsu 9.8. So I don't know why I don't know why they're allowed to put the 12. I guess they test it however they want to test it. That's how they get those numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's just a 9.9.
gotcha.
And the Tohatsu 9.8 is basically just the Mercury 9.9. It's just the Tohatsu is like the Walmart version of the Mercury, and the Hankai is the Timu version of the Tohatsu.
Interesting. See, we're educational show all over again.
So yes, yeah, that for a second. Just for a second. Okay.
Yeah, it was funny when I caught that 34 pounder last Saturday. I was listing off what I was using, all my gear that I had. It was everything on that was F.O.A. except for the reel. That was my Ancient Mariner reel. That was my new blue F.O.A. planer board with one of the new F.O.A. stumpy weights with 40-pound F.O.A. mono.
Oh, you use
5 foot FOA rod. Yep, that's all I used on Saturday with the stumpies.
Cool. I haven't used those yet.
It says what you got on.
What's that?
I said, cool. I haven't used those yet.
Oh,
The stubbies?
I figured there wasn't much to get hung up on where I was at, so I figured I might as well use them.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. All right, let's see. The bike can't be any worse down here.
Famous last words.
Ew, the gut pocket came out and suction cup to the back of my coverall. Gross.
All right, we need one of y'all to catch a fish.
I'm trying.
I know.
What happened?
You know, I haven't set to the boats yesterday. A little tiny bit of a breeze kicked up, and of course that means it's 10:07. Okay.
Brian says, seems like Austin only catches fish on my channel. Is that what it is?
I doubt it. Oh no! Don't do this to me.
Uh-oh.
Told you it ain't been working worth a darn.
Gregory might be writing something that has a word in it that is blocked and it won't show up what he wrote. That happens to me sometimes.
Yeah, like if you put dead or there's a lot
Yeah.
of keywords they got.
So does it
Wiped
block
out.
the whole thing?
Yeah. It won't
Okay.
post the whole comment. That happens a lot to
Oh.
me.
It's my
I
picture.
got
Look,
you.
picture as well. Huh? Let's see.
Austin Brian says, tell the truth. It's okay. Yeah, if there's a word in there that YouTube is blocking, Gregory, it's going to block the whole comment. And nobody's going to be able to see it.
He may need to rephrase what he's writing. Say it different way. Use different words.
Oh, now he's using Austin's old trick. Did you do my
That's
dad?
hilarious.
That's one way to do it. Facebook. Did you see my dad's Facebook? I did not. Pontoon. Short. There you go. That's awesome, Gregory.
Yeah, that's smart. I don't care who you are right there. That's hilarious.
That's one way to figure out what words not using. Did you see my dad's Facebook on Facebook?
But I mean, that works.
Yeah. I would have thought to have done that.
Me neither. I did not, Gregory, but I will. Brian B said James does a good job on his channel most of the time.
Yeah, I'm okay with Brian's channel.
Oh, come on, you stupid light. I should have bought that thing Chris was talking about.
I know.
Not responding to the remote. But if I give it a minute, it'll come on.
Brian said, I see what he was doing. I almost timed him out. Hey, what's up, Bugman? Thanks for coming in. He said, been taking care of gillies I caught today. Now dinner in bed.
I did this earlier. Just give it a minute. It might come on its own. Dang it.
Brian said, "You want a picture of my dinner buggy? I promise you, it won't make you hungry." Depends on what stage of dinner you're talking about. Gregory, I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna try to go live Saturday. I got to do some stuff in the morning, but hopefully, if the wind's not blowing, I'm gonna try to do a live on Saturday. Oh, I know it's a family show, Brian. That doesn't mean anything to you, though. That's a great question, Gregory. I have no idea. Is that what you were typing before? Oh, okay. Crab cakes, broccoli and cheese, and lobster tail, says Brian.
I ain't even had supper yet. What did I have for lunch? I had one of the little warm up things from Dollar General. It's $1.25 and miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's all the old food that they have to get rid of.
Nah, is that Parmesan Alfredo chicken broccoli thing. And for breakfast, I had a bagel from New York City.
New York City.
Yeah, we had the owners come in. They brought some real bagels, not the kind of little bag ones you get at Walmart in the frozen section. A real bagel with this fancy cream cheese stuff. Tasted nothing like the ones at Walmart. But my Walmart's different from your all's. We don't have that kind of food. We have some like frozen ones, or they call it Linder, or they're Walmart brand actually.
You got a bakery in yours?
No, we ain't got a bakery, but we got a little cake thing. And a little deli that cuts some meat.
My Walmart even makes sushi.
We ain't even got like fresh shrimp or nothing like that. It's all frozen stuff. What little bit they have.
Oh, Gregory. Yeah. All that you posted earlier. No, like I said, I did not look at the Facebook post, but I will. After the show.
Where?
Right there. We can skip that. It's a little bit, you know.
Ouch. My foot hurts. Been on it too much today. I've been up since 2:30.
I don't know why you get up to do it.
Goodness.
I've been up and at it. Worked 10 hours, drove 2 hours, fished my tail off.
So why were you up at 2:30?
I get up every day at 3, but for some reason I got up at 2:30. Couldn't go back to sleep.
Oh boy, Brian said he's going to start his cooking channel soon. He keeps forgetting
Me
about it.
too. I'm gonna give up fishing and go cooking.
Awesome.
It'll all work out.
I'm gonna enter some cooking tournament.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Comedy.
What? Chili cook-offs.
See, like Benny Hill cooking channel.
Austin,
Guess what I found on
Gregory
Facebook
said
Marketplace?
your stickers on the DHA pontoon boat.
I
Do what?
found a pontoon food truck.
Yep, a pontoon food truck. Yep, she did find one.
Had the 3 sinks and everything in it. Ready to sell hot dogs and snow cones.
Just go out to Sand Island in the summer, you make a fortune.
Austin, Gregory said your stickers on the DHA double hook angling pontoon boat.
20 grand though.
It's cheap.
20.
It's cheap.
Thank you, Gregory.
It could be Jody's roller dogs.
Yep.
I know, Gregory, I was laughing at the same thing. She said real bagels, not the fake ones from Walmart. Brian B said he's going to start a new cooking channel. That way Jody can stop eating all that processed food. She can learn how to cook step by step.
Yeah. You would think that. You don't have the patience. You don't have the patience for it. It takes too long to cook.
Who am I going to cook for? Just myself?
Yeah.
That'd be no fun. You got to clear all them dishes and clean up, and then the food ain't no
There's not
good.
a
You
lot
got
of
to throw it
difference.
out.
Just cook it for yourself.
You got to
tell you
make
what.
dirty the same dish to cook the same amount of food.
It's harder to cook
What's the
smaller
question?
amounts, but you can.
What's up, Austin?
I cooked 2 prime ribeyes last night. And they were fantastic. Yesterday was Mrs. Fever's birthday.
That's right.
So I cooked her a ribeye. And then
I've been working the
and then I figured I would experiment, and I took a couple russet potatoes and I sliced them into like 1/8-inch medallions and covered them in some olive oil, kosher salt, and paprika. And I threw them in the air fryer.
Yep.
At like 400 degrees and they take a while, but it was probably close to like half an hour total. But and then I made a dip for them, which was some mayo, a little bit of ketchup, hot sauce. Holy.
Oh,
That's a fish.
Oh, no. We'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, we might have come on. Nope.
I read your message, Matt. It's poo-poo platter.
Poo-poo
Brian Fish
platter.
channel.
Mullet Man said, happy birthday, Mrs. Fever.
Brian,
Brian.
cook it, Jim. Then you put in
Brian,
3 teeth from a zipper sniffer.
got him.
It's just a little fellow, but
What?
there you go.
Broccoli, he loves broccoli. Shoot. Can you imagine?
Broccoli.
I'm
That's why
using
it's all the time on someone's parts.
Good Lord, y'all
Hold
ever
on.
stop talking? Great day.
What?
I said, y'all ever stop talking?
He said, shut up.
I did. Shut up.
We got a fish.
Here's my fish. I'm going to throw them back in the water.
see it.
Y'all can
I don't
continue
see
your
it.
conversation.
I gotta see it. Let's see it first.
I just
Oh,
I didn't
showed
see
it.
it. Where is it?
If y'all weren't talking, you'd have seen it the first time.
No, I didn't see it. I'm looking right now. No fish.
We
Dang
saw
it.
it.
You see how cocky he got when he caught a fish?
You didn't catch one.
He got so cocky once he caught a fish.
It
Mike
ain't
Shotton
cocky.
says, nice eater.
It was a good eater. That was on a fillet.
That's right. Mullet Man said, we have a fish.
He's breaking up.
That's you.
It ain't me.
You're a little
I got a
choppy right
killer
there.
signal. You go. Have you guys figured out the date yet? You and the missus
Which day?
on your CatCon project? No, you don't know yet.
To be determined there, James. To be determined.
I figured it's been a month. She'd probably find out pretty quick. She'll be going, yep, 6 weeks. I'm 6 weeks.
Yep. You never know. You never know.
Oh no, everybody knows. Everybody knows.
6 weeks.
Jodi said she wouldn't even shake your hand.
I know it. And then D gave me a hug and was like, "Oh crap!" And Chad was like, "Why'd you do that?"
You are not the father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Chad gave you a hug and worried he was gonna have a baby.
I know it. I said we were standing at the wow, I can't talk. But we were standing at the F.O.A. booth, and I think my wife wanted something to eat or something. But I handed her, or she wanted to go to Catfish booth and get a T-shirt or something. So I handed her some money, and Dustin put his hand out. He said, "I'll take some of that." And I said, "I'm only giving money to people I've slept with." I said, "Chad, get over here." He came running too.
What'd you say? Oop.
You got a new channel name. Brian B wrote in chat.
What is it?
Fertile Fever Outdoors.
Turtle Fever Outdoors.
Yep.
Or more Beyond Fertile.
Beyond the fertile. Yep.
Brian B says, "See, I start talking to Austin and he catches a fish." Little sticking out his tongue emoji. We're probably gonna be live for another 20 minutes, Gregory.
Yep. Then I'll come up.
And then James will go live.
Live. It's all the way live.
Just
Just say it along. That's what you do. Just say it along. That's what I need. I need to be bumping a little Fantastic Voyage out here for music. Come along.
Awesome.
All right, let's go. Make all day, all night, all you week. Well, I do actually have all night and all day, so you're gonna. What'd you say? Oh, I thought you said cracky poo.
Yeah, don't you have to go to work tomorrow? Oh, never mind, James.
I don't work Friday.
Nah, she don't work Fridays.
I was talking to you, James. I was just joking.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I'll have to get up about 11 tomorrow. Ish.
Oh, we're gonna go skid checking early.
You good? Knock yourself out.
No, you're going.
I am not. You know where you lost me? You lost me with that first word, early.
That's the fact.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't
You
do.
have to go protect me.
Your early is when I'm usually going to bed.
Want to be up? Matt says Austin's boat name should be Baby Maker.
Yeah. You can name his channel Baby Batter.
The Spawn.
They can put him on. They can have him on. Jerry Springer going. He is the father. He is the father. He is the.
That's why he was eating that ribs after that catfish. He's fattening up for the spawn.
Fattening up for the spawn.
That's right. Yep. That's what I just said. I should name my channel The Spawn.
Yeah.
Brian B. says, great. Cool. I listened the other night until I was snoring. Oh,
Isn't that
Gregory
isn't that spousal abuse?
Maybe.
What? Keeping your wife with child for 10 straight years?
That she was just complaining with that last child that she's like, I haven't been able to do this in like 6 years, like things you can't do when you're
Yep.
Like I haven't had something to drink in 6 years or whatever. I haven't had a Caesar salad in 6 years.
Matt said the spawn's always on at Austin's house.
Yeah, it's the hatchery.
James, Gregory said, hi, Pontoon James.
Yeah. I'm not buying a pontoon. I got enough boats.
Pontoon James and Cool Cats Jodi.
I think my next big expense is garage.
Huh.
I'm getting a 30 by 40 garage built,
Oh wow.
I think.
Nice.
You think?
I thought you was getting a new house on the river.
No, they're all $1.5 million. I ain't got that guy. I ain't got Chad money. I can't be a sugar daddy, but I could be like a Splenda daddy.
A fish daddy.
A splendid daddy. Sweet,
Yeah,
and low,
artificial sugar.
sweet and low daddy.
Yeah.
Brian B said Austin needs to be snipped.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Probably wouldn't do any good. He'd probably still figure out a way to get him through there.
Yep.
Oh, Gregory wants to know where that money's coming from, James.
3 or 4 different sources.
Yeah. Why do you get so quiet?
I don't know.
I don't know, hey, Dad.
Yeah, Jody's laying down going to sleep. So when she's trying to go to sleep, I don't talk because I want her to go to sleep.
Come on, fish. Let's get another one. Let's get another
He
one.
told us to shut up.
Yeah, didn't you just tell us to shut up? I think we're just shutting up.
Trying to show his fish, James.
You don't got to tell me twice to be quiet. I know when to shut up. When people tell me to shut up, I can zip it right up, just like that. Yep, not me. Don't gotta tell me 2 times.
I seriously doubt that, James.
That's when they usually say, "Will you shut up, shutting up?"
He
Yeah,
went all Katy Perry on and said, "I'll be about him."
that's what my dad always told me growing up. Shut up, shutting up.
I got a friend who made it even shorter. She says, "Shut."
Shut.
So shut up, shut.
That's the lazy language up there in the hills. Can't say a whole sentence. You just condense it. Shut up.
Greg, that's a citation right there. You got a certificate on the wall for that one. He says he got snipped after the last one. It weighed 10 pounds, 6 ounces.
Yeah, I was gonna get it stuffed, but I brought it home alive.
Brian B said also it's the in and out process. You can do a quick recovery time.
Yep. Yep, I know.
You could do a YouTube live on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get my watch hours.
And get you something.
Hey, I'd like to see him get that shot.
Yeah, that's not a shot. That's a snip. Doctor comes in with like a butterfly knife.
Shut up, James. Yeah, I know. I'm a little overdue for that. But I'll tell you one thing. I will never regret having another kid, but I sure don't want me and my wife to regret not having another kid.
True that. I would have had more, but didn't work out. I mean, heck, I figured the more I had, the better shot I had at one of them making it, being successful.
Yeah. Well, I keep
just got
telling
the
them,
2, so I'm doomed.
I keep telling them, all right, you're gonna grow up and be a chef. You're gonna grow up and be a nurse. I need you to be a lawyer. I need you to, like.
I just try to get my kids. I go,
Get it all
"Can you just
lined up."
care about something.
Yep.
Now, I got great kids. They're just not the most motivated people in the world. I mean, they're polite. They respect their elders. You know, they're never in any trouble. They just
hanging out.
Yeah, they're gonna hang out. I get my kid out of the house. I flip the breaker and tell him the power went out. And then get him out in the house for a little while. Either that, or I throw a smoke bomb up there and go fire. And run him down.
Come on, Fish.
Gregory, I'm probably going Saturday. Brian B says, I can see Austin now, 50 years old, talking about, yep, we got another one coming.
I'll be like John Tyler. I'll be like
I thought for sure we were going to stop at 22, but
I'll be like John.
Things
I'll
just
like,
happen.
God dang it. I'll be like John Tyler, where I'm 72 years old having a baby, and then that baby will be 72 years old, and they'll have a grandfather from 150 years ago.
By the time you're 72, Austin, they'll be putting up your family tree, and it'll be like, and he had these 18 kids, and they had these kids. It'd be like, man, that guy made a whole forest.
Yep.
So called the Duggars where they had like 18 kids.
Yep.
I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
He's going for the record.
22.
Record.
Not me. Two.
Like I said, he's going about it right. The more you have, the better chance you got one being successful.
Who's nice? I can't afford to have no more too.
Yeah, you'd be amazed.
Nope.
Brian B said, join the club, James. I got one. He cost me at least $1,000 a month. Could you imagine a boat or car? I could have it if he went to work. Dang 17-year-olds.
No, I hear you. Mine's 29. My daughter's like 36, and I don't know. My daughter, I'm like, aren't you ever going to have any kids? Oh, father, how can you bring a child into this world? I'm like, well, no granddad for me.
I can only imagine how many grandkids I'm liable to have.
That's what I'm saying. Your family tree is going to be a forest. My family tree's done. My son has to have kids. He ain't going to have any kids. We're done. Fuck's sake, because we're gone. Wiped off the face of the earth.
I'm going to have so many grandkids, I'm going to have to put like running numbers on them, like in a marathon. Like that's number 27. 42, get over here.
Hey, we said you got to field your best 5, not 8.
Matt said Austin's trying to the 16 and counting TV show.
Yeah.
Gregory Lemon says, I want to see Austin catch a giant catfish that tries to pull him in the water.
Yeah, I love that.
Brian B said Austin will end up with a 75-limb tree.
Yep.
Oh, Matt keeps forgetting words when he types out comments. He said Austin's trying to beat the 16 and counting TV show. Benoit said color coding clothes. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Why don't you go with like triplets or something and hang up 3 out of the time?
I'm trying here, James. I can only do so much. Hey,
you got 3 at a time, then she only has to be pregnant for like another 5 years, and that should give you enough kids, right?
Yeah, that ought to do it.
He's trying to win his own election back home.
Yeah, he'll definitely be mayor of that town when there's nothing but Austins in there.
Be a town full of fevers.
Before too long, I'm going to have to start building I'm just going to start building sheds outside with bunk beds in them.
Go to the county. I need another add-on. Having 3 more kids.
Yeah. I go to the courthouse. They're like, how you doing, Mr. Short?
What's the size of your add-on today?
I tell you what. Oh, my gosh. It's
God dang, go the heck out of me. What are you doing?
It's everything. Imagine when they start driving. I mean, good
I
God.
didn't fall over on that heater exhaust.
Every 2 years, you have to buy a car.
Let's know in a minute.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, look.
It's not
That's it.
happening. They're gonna have to play rock, paper, scissors for the car. Screw it.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Well,
I know.
somebody better get a job.
Oh, Brian, wait until little James and Jody pop up. He or she's gonna have the best rods and boats.
Yeah. Wait for what? I guess that would have to be adopted. A little James and Jody, Brian B was saying. You'd have to be adopted in that.
Divine intervention.
Yeah, divine intervention. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Walsh said something about the colored coding clothes.
Yep.
That is hard to say. But yeah, that sounds great, but it's like, you know, a couple of them are so close in age where it's like if one gets something, the other one has to get it. You know, it's like they match their clothes constantly.
How long do hand-me-downs really get handed down? Like, I mean, does like a shirt last like 5 kids?
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. I mean, we got stuff from the first one that the last one's using.
What are you pointing at? I don't see nothing moving.
Hand-me-downs are awesome.
Yep.
This sucks for my son though, because my wife will get him up from a nap, and then I get home from work, and I'm like, and he's wearing a shirt or something that says, you know, "Daddy's little princess," and I'm like, what the heck is that? You know, like,
Mom, I don't like Caprice pants.
yeah, like he's a baby.
Yeah, you messed it all up throwing a boy in there.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, but he, man, you talk about spoiled. Holy moly. All those sisters he has. He doesn't even, I'm surprised he's developing. I'm surprised he's even moving around. They do everything for him. He could just sit in one spot for the rest of his life. Those sisters he has, it's like having, the boy pretty much has like 5 mothers. Is basically what's going on in that house.
I feel his pain.
And then I gotta. You ever watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
I feel like George Clooney, where like I gotta be like, you know, I'm bona fide. You know, I gotta. The kids are like, Mama said Daddy died in a train wreck or whatever. Like, no, I'm your dad. I gotta show the kids that my name is on the mortgage to prove that I live there. As much as I go to work and go fishing and whatnot.
Yeah, that's my son. I told him, yeah, you just wait. Someday you'll have kids of your own. He looked at me and said, yeah, so will you.
Guerrero said, you have enough kids where he wants to call me by the raise no barn. He just tells the kids to raise the barn.
Yeah.
Does it cost you money to do that 23andMe or whatever that is? Those where they research your family and your heritage and stuff?
They went bankrupt.
Yeah, they did go bankrupt. But before they went bankrupt, it did cost a little bit of money.
It did. I think it was $100.
Apparently not enough money because they went bankrupt.
Which one are you listening?
But yeah, it's funny because my mom is adopted, so like every time we have a kid, we're like, you know, she kind of looks like so and so. She kind of looks like so and so, but like the kids could look identical to someone on my mom's side, and we'd have absolutely no idea.
Brian, I think the only way I could do that is maybe if you get a kid, I adopt a kid, and then do like a blood transfusion for him.
Yeah.
Gene splicing. There you go.
Brian says, Austin, text me your boy sizes. I have a lot of stuff but at the same time,
We're
how
even
old
saying
is
that
it?
we get together and
thank
we
you.
have, it's going to be a fishing machine because,
Yeah.
that's what I was talking about. So since we can't, we'll have to
Well, thank you, Brian. I'll
wind
text
it.
Go ahead and answer him, Austin.
Just thank you, Brian. I'll text you. But the boy he'll be a year in April.
He'd be working again tomorrow.
Well,
I give him what? I told him you're going for 4 months this time. You can turn him for 4 months.
I will real fun. Just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. The boy makes a noise, and there 5 women come running towards. Four women. I don't know.
Of course, it's got to pull the fish away from the bait away from the fish.
You said a year in April, right?
Yep. A year in April.
And she's not pregnant yet? What's going on there? You guys okay?
We're just fine,
Everything all
James.
right?
Such pressure.
I know. You
She
set a
should be
certain
at least 2
standard,
months
and
by now, right?
like a reputation that I got to live by. Now, I got it's like a certain standard I've set for myself.
That's right. You set the bar high.
Oh boy.
I'm surprised they haven't.
I've been hearing you just ain't got it in you anymore. You probably can't do it, so I don't know.
I'm surprised you
Word on the streets.
That ain't it,
got a
James.
top open bottling that and selling it.
Do what?
Yeah, I heard you're all washed up. A has been.
Pheromones is what they call it on TikTok.
Pheromones?
Yep.
Well, that's what they've been calling pheromones for hundreds of years. What are you talking
I
about?
don't know. Every time I fart,
Oh,
pheromone, right?
What?
When I fart, it's a pheromone, right?
I don't know. I thought no, it ain't no pheromone with you.
I get fart in the other room.
phenomenon,
Come
what
running
it is.
in there.
I'm glad I got a mute button.
Lord of mercy. Brian said, "Oh, okay, bigger sizes for the boy, but I do have some stuff. Text me all their sizes." Okie
Nice.
dokie, buddy. Thank you very much.
Greg
Yeah,
said,
Greg.
My oldest son is 51 years old.
Wow.
Mine's 30 and 28.
I got a 33 and a 29.
I got a 17 and a 19.
Wow.
Wow.
Matt says, James, that's more of a musk.
Yeah.
Whenever you
Yeah.
fart.
Yeah.
We're calling it
He
O'Dare.
calls it a deterrent.
It's like a Jodi call. You come running. What? What's going on?
He calls it a deterrent, but I call it an attractant.
I figure I try to repel you. Like, get back, get back. No.
His own stink bait.
I've actually had them close a aisle in Walmart before. They thought it was so bad. They're like, man, there's something bad. We gotta close this aisle up. Huh? I know you need to catch a fish, Jodi.
I'm not going to say who it was, but I was out with some people one time. We were in a store and somebody let one go, and we ended up having to evacuate the store. They thought there was a gas leak.
Woo. It's like carpet bombing. Every step.
No, you get in Walmart and then won't let me around you. And you just drag them off like you're a drag car, drag racer.
It's like racing. I try to lay down the fog so you can't see where I'm going.
You ain't some black stripes, though, for sure.
Somebody's got to do it. You'd probably turn the live well off if you wanted to roll up and do that.
I don't.
Okay.
It is 10:59,
And you are out of here.
and I do have to work in the morning.
It is. Ugh.
I know it. I've only got 10 years to go.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, that must be nice.
Well, I'm not a kid anymore like you.
That's true.
Babies having babies.
Yep.
July marks my 20 years with the county, with the department.
There you go.
So, but
Very cool. Very cool.
But anyway, Rubber Cat said, "Well, I'm only finally here. Time to turn around and go home." Well, thank you, everybody.
Dustin.
What's that?
Did you ever go back to the scene of the incident and try to figure out how far you got thrown?
Nope. I will probably never go back there.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. That's one of those things that your mind blocks out, right?
Yep. I don't want to remember anything from that night.
You pretty much recovered. You're a pretty healthy guy. You recovered quick.
Yeah. That's what everybody keeps telling me.
You got that F.O.A. hip replacement in right away, and
that's right. That was on the spot right there. Freddie did a good job.
Printed it out on his 3D printer.
Yep. All right. So, James, you going live after this?
Yeah, I probably will.
Okay. Brian just wanted to know, so he had something to go to sleep to.
Yeah, I'm sure I could put him to sleep.
So
this action just really riveting people to the channel.
It certainly is.
So, at least there was a fish show.
That's right. It's technically a fishing show.
Just saying.
All right. Well, Austin, James, and Jody, thank y'all for coming up and fishing tonight. I had a blast. Everybody in chat, thank y'all for hanging out. Hope everybody had a great time. And we will hope everybody has a great weekend. Don't forget to go check out FOAcustomsandgear.com. You can use code TSW10 or code Fever10. Save yourself 10% on your order. You can also go check out catchtackle.com. Get yourself some Ancient Mariner gear. I won't fish with any other reels but the Ancient Mariner reels. So that should between those two companies, you should be able to get everything you need to go catch some monster catfish. But thank you all for coming in. Really appreciate each and every one of you. This is why we do this. We love fishing. We love sharing what we do with all y'all. Thank y'all for keeping the chat going. And we will check everybody next week. Thank y'all very much. We'll have a great weekend.
All right. Thanks, Dustin.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.